Hello and welcome back. I am Ben the Bold, and this is our playthrough of Two Sicilies. We are now, of course, Italy, and, well, we have some Austrian communists to our north and a French Republic that has turned their back on us as well. We do have a very strong ally with Great Britain. We have unlocked pan-nationalism, though, so no, I can look to unlocking multilateral alliances relatively soon. Oh, plus we get more diplomatic maneuvers. I forgot about that. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started on this campaign today. We are building up our coal industry because we just got electricity as well. I am interested. Let's see what is going on with our infamy. We are the number 5 great power. That is awesome. We have 13 infamy. That is less awesome. I am looking to... one of our colonies is... Yeah, we had to give away some colonial land to Russia in exchange for their help in a war that both freed Bulgaria as well as gave us Albania. Yeah, was our colony probably more profitable than Albania? It's 6 one way, half dozen the other. Actually, no, it probably our colony was. But we did get Bulgaria added to our customs union. We did take the Ottoman Empire down a notch. And we completely destroyed the Austrian Empire and turned it into, well, the Austrian communist state. Let's take a look at them and their laws. They are a council republic, but they also do have voting, so they are I guess a pretty liberal. Well, it's just landed voting. It's just landed voting, so I wouldn't call that a liberal or a democratic communist state. That's for sure. We do have a lot of radicals in our country. They want to pass all these silly ideas about landed voting, and I'm sure they would love it if we became a full-on democracy. In fact, that looks like that would pass very easily, but that is not what we are here for. We are a strong Italian empire, and we're going to stay as such until a revolution pushes us out. I do think I'm going to go ahead and hit private health insurance. I think that's probably for the best. I also might be looking to build up some government and administration so that I can potentially, eventually, add another institution or another health system level to my institutions. Looks like Spain's doing some colonizing. That's fine. We do have a event. Let's take a look at it. It is Infertile Grounds, finding both the Italian public and supposed political allies unreceptive to his ideas. Frustrated, Raphael Lanza has decided to retire from the realm of politics, opting instead to spend the rest of his days penning embittered reflections on what could have been. Well, goodbye, sayonara, ciao. He was an agitator trying to get landed voting in the... His interest group was the petite bourgeoisie. Let him peddle his ideas away in peace in Rome. I can exile him, or... Yeah. This nudge... He just needs a little nudge to get him back in the game. I'm just going to say he can peddle his ideas in Rome. The rural folk want to pass industry ban. I don't think I have any interest in doing that. Our industry is keeping us very strong. I could declare a regime change war against Austria. That would give me a lot of infamy. It's interesting that demanding a regime change will give me a lot of infamy. I could also probably try to get Istria back, and in doing so I might be able to free some of the peoples that are under the yoke of Austrian communism. I think I will actually try to do that. First, I am going to build up the military a little bit. It's not in terrible shape, and we do have a lot of conscription. We have a National Guard home affairs policy, so we do have pretty decent subscription laws, but I'm going to go ahead and just build some more barracks since I have plenty of cash. I might as well start using that to expand our military. Alright, so I will build 21 more infantry. That'll bring me up to 30 infantry, and then I'll go with 15. I'm just kind of placing them wherever right now. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but I should have just built 15 shrapnel artillery, and then I will build another 11. That's right, another 11. Perfect. Lancers. That'll put me at a composition of 30, 15, and 15. I think that's pretty decent, although I actually maybe should go heavier on shrapnel artillery. You know what? I'll do that. I'll go ahead and do 10 more. Well, I've already lost count. Let's try it. Let's see. Need 2 more. So I'll do, yeah, 31 more. That'll put me at 40 skirmish infantry. And then I'm going to go ahead and add 10 more artillery, pieces of shrapnel artillery. Private health insurance law is going well. I would love to get our healthcare out of the hands of the church. The steam donkey has been unlocked. We'll have to play around with some of our production methods soon. Let's take a look at our technology. Let's see. Since we are gearing up for war, I think the military statistics is going to be the way to go. I also just noticed that I can upgrade my frigates into monitors, so I'm going to do that right away. And I'm going to go ahead and build another navy that has 15 total ships in it. We are about to enter into the 1900s. It is time, and this is kind of a historical time where the size of the armies in Europe really did start to balloon, and of course that led us up to World War I in our timeline. We'll see what that ends up doing in this timeline. The Germans owe us an obligation. I would like to figure out a way to call them into, whether it's a war with Austria or something. I wonder if I can use their... I'm already allied to the Germans. I could absolve the obligation, but I don't want to do that. Who am I rivaled with? Should I rival France? I mean, I'm in a position where I actually could see myself taking on some debt, potentially taking on the debt of Greece. Excuse me, just took a little swig of water. We have a ton of barracks lined up. Our military is going to very much grow throughout this episode, and I am definitely in the mind to try to use it. Now, I of course wouldn't mind if my infamy continued to trickle down. It's actually trickling down quite fast. We do have a trait that hurts our infamy decay, but oh well. The rest of Europe seems to be colonizing. We, however, are focused on expanding our influence in the Balkans. I forgot that Romania exists. What is their diplomacy looking like? They are improving their relations. Is that with Brazil? Okay, they have a defensive pact with Russia. Do I need to declare an interest? No, I should already have that. Monitors has been successfully completed. Let's take a look at that. Designed for coastal defense operations. What monitors lack in ocean-going capabilities they make up for in cost effectiveness. Admiral Lorenzo has informed the Admiralty in Rome that his fleet will keep any foes away from Italian waters. Such shores mean... Secure shores means secure commerce, so I think that sounds great to me. Some trade throughput. I love it. I love it. I am intentionally keeping my authority high. I'm doing so because I'm trying to pass some of these laws in a quick pace. Or at a quick pace. I could also build just a bunch of barracks in Albania and just use their manpower. There are quite a few of them. I'm getting a... Sorry, that's my cat. He wants me to play with him. I'm getting a offer for an alliance or a defensive pact from Corfu. They keep sending me those pretty often. I am not super interested. Because I don't know how much good an alliance with Corfu really would be. I mean... I guess they're the Ionian Islands, but their capital is Corfu. They don't have any troops, and no flotillas, and their GDP is 35,000. 35,000. That's pretty bad. We are making, you know, about that in a week. Lawmakers working towards the enactment of private healthcare insurance have found themselves mired in a particularly complex set of bureaucratic proceedings, grinding the work towards reform to a halt. Darn this labyrinthine legal system, or cut through at least some of the red tape. I think I... unfortunately am going to be forced to go with the top option. Urbanize Italy has successfully been completed. That means we get the Wind of Change event. Sicily has come a long way since our attention was first brought to it, going from a small houses, scattered farmlands, to being on its way to becoming a booming metropolis. I can say finally, Sicily shines like never before. And I mean, just the theme of this playthrough, I think I'm going to have to say, finally, Sicily shines like never before. I think that's probably a better option than this is not the end anyway. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and get that plus 25% loyalist from standard of living increases. After all, this is about Sicily rising. Sicily shines. So we have a lot of motor industries, and then we have a couple universities building, and then we're really going to get going. And those barracks are going to build very rapidly. Content with the new state of affairs in Italy, and unwilling and unable to find uncertainties that life abroad offers, he has officially announced his retirement from political life. So yeah, let us honor his memory. Maybe a bust in Rome, perhaps? There we go. Yeah, done. We're getting a trade agreement from England. I am going to accept that. It is just good, in my case, to make sure that my relations are high with England. In fact, I might go ahead and... do I want to improve relations? The reason... I feel pretty confident that me and Germany can take on anyone on land. Mostly Germany. I think I can help. Which, how historical is that? But I do not think that either us or Germany can fight England, well, Great Britain, on the sea, and so I have zero interest in doing that. I think we will go with this top option. I have zero interest in doing that. I also have zero interest in having my economy come to a absolute halt because England sinks all my convoys. We have a... What is happening here? Is that just left over from... Are Russia and France at war? Russia and Japan are at war. How interesting. And it is spilling over into Europe, I guess. That's fine. In fact, maybe now is the time for us to strike back against France, really. After all, France betrayed us. And when we were trying to recapture... Oh, I'm missing a lot of things. But when we were trying to recapture northern... What am I missing? Transportation. Okay. Let's build some. When we were trying to recapture northern Italy from the Austrians, well, France owed us an obligation. That's great. They owed us an obligation. We were long-term trading partners with them. We were allies with them. Actually, I think we just had a defensive pact, but we had a defensive pact with them. They owed us an obligation. I thought surely them plus Germany would enter a war against Austria, and we would get Lombardy as well as Venetia. And so we declare our diplomatic play. And what happens? The French immediately say no. They embargo us, and we have not been friends ever since. Then, when we fought a great war against the Ottomans and the Austrians, France came in and decided that they were going to join forces with the Austrians and the Ottomans and side against us. So I do have a bone to pick with France, and in fact, I feel like honestly, I should go ahead and rival them because, well, I do have a bone to pick with them. Alright, let me take a look at the untrained hands. Children working in the motor industries. Oh no, they're little hands. They're probably never going to play an instrument again. I think we will go with the new industries, just like we did last time we got this event. And to outside observers, industrialists may appear firmly committed to the idea of private health insurance, but behind the facade of unity, discord has long festered. Now, a clique of dissenters have finally had enough and have officially broken with their fellow members. Alright, yeah, this one happens a lot, dissenters in the ranks. I usually just go with the top option, but in this case, I'm actually going to go with the bottom option to increase the success chance, but I do get a setback. I just got to be careful about those setbacks. Corporatism is unlocked. Minus 10% from standard of living decreases for accepted cultures. Alright, and now we can see that our barracks are really starting to be built fast. And they will be built very, very quickly. So after that, we just have to let our armies actually, or the barracks actually populate. That is going to be helped tremendously by our military statistics technology. With that advanced training tactics, I'll have to remember to change that over. Speaking of changing it over, I do think I probably have some new production methods, such as for textile mills. I'm a little hesitant to do that because I don't think I actually have that much dye. But I'll hit the button. Just to see what happens. The movement to enact landed voting, it does seem to be getting quite a bit of popularity, and in fact, quite a bit of radicalism. I may want to watch out for that in the future. I think I will go ahead and take away a consumption tax. Let's do take away the consumption tax on luxury furniture. I don't think I need it anymore. Grassroots support for the law, perfect. Let's go ahead and just get some more enactment chance. I think now we're going to be in great shape to move through the consideration phase, through the adoption phase, and into law. Meanwhile, I do almost wonder, do I want to add, do I need to see if I have any more conscriptable battalions? Let's take a look. I could definitely use some more artillery in this army. I sure do have some. Let's go ahead and conscript 3 battalions from Albania, and 1, 2, that'll add 5 more conscriptable battalions. Love it. I also either need to promote this guy or get a new general. Let's kind of take a look. This guy is an artillery commander and a stalwart defender, so I like this. I think I will actually promote him to give him some more command limit, but also I do like his heavy barrage. I could just make this a defensive army, really, and get a defensive strategist. Sure, why not? And I'll put him on adamant defense. I'll also just go ahead and add a couple more infantry as well as regular artillery, that's not conscripts, to the Italian Second Army. Popular playwright endorses a reform. Okay. How much good is 20 prestige really going to do me here? I don't know. In fact, I think maybe just getting the enactment success chance is the better way to go at the current moment. Normally, I do love that 20 prestige, though. So as we are building, I do actually think that the time may have come. Let's take a look at our infamy. I think it might be time for us to start some kind of a fight, specifically with either Austria. Oh, especially now that military statistics has happened. And an agitator appears, but he's not going to start any revolt. So that's fine. Let's take a look at our tech tree really fast. Going ahead and getting gantry cranes could be good. If you'll notice, we are having our organic technology spread on whatever that is. Let's take a look in the society tree, maybe investment banks, number of companies, or should I go production, thrashing machines? I think let's see, what do I want to do here? I'm trying to figure it out. I think potentially either pump jacks or coming over here and getting civilizing mission won't really help me. I'm not really doing much colonization. Plus 5% prestige wouldn't be terrible. Don't really know if I want anarchism. You know what? I think I'm actually going to go with feminism. May not be the most optimal one to do, but... Oh, and we've actually have an Austrian aristocratic revolt. I know that they are probably not willing to, that they don't want any help, but I would actually throw my weight in behind the Austrian aristocratic revolt. The problem is I actually don't know if they'll win this because really the most valuable province in Austria is Bohemia, right? And I mean, look at how much population Bohemia has. Look at how much industry Bohemia has. I mean, really, it's got the perfect mashup with coal, iron mines, and logging camps. And is that Krakow that is currently? Yeah, so I'm not sure if the aristocratic revolt is going to pass. To greener ground, satisfied with the state of politics in Italy and eyeing new opportunities abroad. All right, so it does seem like a lot of our agitators are leaving. I think that means that we may actually survive this game without having any major revolts, which I'm kind of surprised at. I didn't exactly focus on standard of living, and I taxed my people into the ground for much of the game, but I am starting to be a little more lenient on taxes, especially now that I have more money. Anyway, the relatively lenient Italian immigration system has long been attractive. Hans von Krogh has petitioned to join the stream of people. Yeah, should we say, you know what, come on in? Even Australia has started I guess they've started a colony in Australian West New Guinea, so that's not that weird. Another satisfied... Oh, well, Hans von Krogh has already decided he's going to leave, so he was here for about a month and a half. Alright, fair enough, Hans. Our barracks are finishing up. We are now moving on to naval bases. Let's just take a look at potentially some of the diplomatic demands we could levy. Now, I still would like to potentially liberate some countries. Or Oh, I could make a protectorate out of the Ottoman Empire. It would give me 80 infamy. I'm probably not going to do that. Romania, though? 41 infamy. Yeah, I probably am not looking to create any protectorates out of the Ottoman Empire. I could potentially get South Tyrol back from communist Austria. I could fight a humiliation war against Spain. Yeah, honestly, I think potentially a take state casus belli from Austria again. Or, sorry, not Austria. The Ottomans might be the way to go. Or I could wait until the Austrian revolt ends. I think that's actually probably what I'm going to do. But we have definitely built an army that's ready to be used. I do think that the Austrian aristocratic revolt is going to lose this. Someone named Wello wanted a defensive pact. I say, if I don't know who you are, you're not getting a defensive pact. We now have the potential for private health insurance. Let's take a look at what that means. It means that the Catholic Church is no longer in charge of our health system, so they are going to lose some political strength, but the petite bourgeoisie is going to join some, or to gain some. Let's take a look at our laws now. We could now go down to private schools. The Catholic Church, that's actually going to radicalize the Catholic Church. I don't really want to... I am going to go ahead and do it, although I do hope that I don't have to fight a revolt. French Republic has established a colony in French New Guinea. I could look outside of Europe to expand. Oh, and there is the potential for a revolution. And they might take a very big chunk of the country with them. Private schools may not make it, actually. I'm kind of surprised. I really don't want Piedmont. I mean, these northern Italian states are where my industry is at this point. Yeah, I don't particularly want a religious revolt. Oh well, we'll see what happens. I will probably not end up being able to pass religious schools. If not, that is absolutely fine. We'll get, or sorry, private schools. If not, that's absolutely fine. Hopefully we'll get it some other time. I could hunt down every member on the list. Yeah, sure, why not? Private schools is already failing to gain traction, though. German Empire sided with Austria in a diplomatic play against the Serb uprising. Well, what's happening in the Serb uprising? If Germany's going to join with the communist Austria, so they are just trying to, quote-unquote, crush the Serb uprising, whereas the Serbs are trying to revoke Austrian claims on somewhere. Probably to Serbia? Anyway, that will be interesting to watch as it pans out. We are building a very strong military. We do have a revolt brewing, but this episode was about building that military. We're going to look to start flexing that military might in the next episode. But this is where I'm going to wrap it up. I am Ben the Bold. You have been you. I hope you've enjoyed the episode, and I hope you do see you on the next one.